Okay, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome everyone. Hopefully I find everyone well on this lovely Wednesday, September 26, 2018, as we count down to the end of September. The full-on fall hardcore gaming season is beginning. We are in the midst of it, although really it's not going to really pick up super heavily until next week, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But we are winding down here. I am working on kind of finishing up a lot of ongoing projects and the like, in order to prepare for next week's big slew of new releases. And we're going to have a double streaming day today. I hope you guys are excited. How is everyone? Is it a fun, good, positive day for everyone today? I guess we'll find out. All right, so let's talk. Let us talk, everybody. This should be pretty fun today. What are we doing? Well, first stream today is going to be Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and we are very closely approaching the end of the game. From what I'm to understand, probably about, if I just focused on story, I could probably finish the game in about 5 hours from what I'm being told. However, as you guys know, when I come across the optional crypts and tombs and the like, I do like to do them. Not that I've gone out of my way to backtrack and do every single one of them. In fact, I know for a fact there were things earlier on in the game, that I couldn't do. Remember when I didn't have the shotgun, I didn't have the rope pull ability, etc. And they were like, oh, you can't do this yet. And then I would find it, but I was like, man, I'm not going to fast travel back to one of these generic-ass campfires somewhere in the freaking game. I don't even remember where these things were, these challenge tombs, and go back and do them, Some people might like that, but I'm not going to be doing that, So, yeah, but I am doing the content that I come up across during the course of my natural playthrough. If I happen upon an optional crypt, an optional tomb that just pops up, or if I find, oh, you can't get it yet, but then I immediately get the ability, then I'll backtrack and do it. So, I've been having fun with the game, even though, quite frankly, I'll be honest, the game isn't anything to write home about. Certainly not Game of the Year material. Pretty much exactly what you would expect, with less combat, way more exploration, tomb raiding, and stuff like that, and way less combat than the previous Tomb Raider games. But in my opinion, I still think that the original Tomb Raider reboot from, 2012, 2013, I still think that's the best one. It had the best story and everything. The story of this game is fucking terrible. In fact, I would say the story of this game is its biggest weakness. Like, in the beginning of the game, the story's really good. Oh, Laura's raiding a tomb, right? She's in a race against Trinity, who's been the villains of the previous Tomb Raider reboot games, to get this dagger. She grabs the dagger, not researching the lore, finding out this is the key to the end of the world, and causes calamities. Immediately, a freaking monsoon or whatever, tsunami, hits the island she's on, and it kills hundreds of people, right? Wow, that's a great plot. Then the plot literally just hits pause, and the rest of the game, you're just looking for the box that this key opens, and there's no calamities, there's nothing going on, it's just fucking, like, what happened? I thought she's going to be going all over the world, right? And there'll be calamities everywhere she goes, right? As a result of a domino effect result of the thing that she did at the beginning of the game, being irresponsible. And I was like, wow, maybe this will be, like her real origin, where from now on she'll always do research and always be careful when her tomb raiding, rather than just going in head first and causing these things that other people are affected by. Instead, where's the plot been? Like, the plot hasn't been around forever. Like, it's just, okay, keep walking around, keep grabbing items, keep searching, keep doing a challenge tomb. Every once in a while, sure, we get a little tiny snippet of story development, but basically the story's non-existent, just for the sake of her running around exploring shit. So, if you like that, great. But for me, like, I want more out of my game. I really like the story of the original Tomb Raider reboot way more than anything in these last two games. So it's just kind of meh. I'm actually glad this is the end of the reboot trilogy, because I hope they do something different with the next game. This one is just fucking too repetitive for me, But that being said, I am still playing it. We're near the end. We are going to finish it up. And after 4 more hours today, more than likely we'll be near the end of the game. So maybe I'll be able to wrap it up over the course of the weekend so that we can finish it up before the new releases start hitting next Tuesday. Okay? So 4 more hours of Shadow of the Tomb Raider today. Keep in mind, this game more than likely is going to have a lot of downtime while I'm doing exploration and stuff, so we can talk a lot. If you guys want to chat it up and have a more interactive stream, this is definitely one of those streams that could be more interactive versus a game like Max Payne or Street Fighter like I played earlier this week where I have to pay tons of attention to the game. This one is going to be a lot more opportunities for that, okay? Sounds good. All right, now, moving on. Tonight, I'll be doing 2 more hours of Dragon Quest XI, okay? And I love the game. Yesterday, at 4+ hours of Dragon Quest XI, we did 2 major story plot lines in that stream, which was awesome. To complete 2 entire plot lines in one stream was pretty sweet. And, you know, looking forward to more. I really do like Dragon Quest XI. However, just to forewarn everyone, after this coming weekend, once we hit next week, pretty much all kind of ongoing slower playthroughs are going to go either on hold or slow down dramatically. All right, and I'm going to explain in a moment because we do hear the amount of games coming out next week and then for the month of October into November. It's pretty wild, all right? But anyway, yeah, tonight will be 2 more hours of Dragon Quest XI, okay? Now, tomorrow, tomorrow is going to be great. I hope you guys are going to be here tomorrow, if you at all can be. Tomorrow is my special 10th anniversary event where, you know, for a marathon-style stream, I'm going to be reminiscing about my 10 years as a content creator on the internet. I'm going to be going back in time per your suggestions. You know, it's actually been patrons who have been suggesting over the past month and a half the best moments of my 10 years as a content creator, all right? And basically suggesting cool stuff for me to watch back on the stream and react to. So what are we going to be watching? Just some examples of things I know for a fact we'll be watching. Some people's favorite moments from a classic playthroughs of mine. Some moments from vlogging and edited style game reviews. We're going to be probably watching the entirety of Project 7 together and reminiscing and talking about it. Okay. We're probably going to be watching year-end series. As you know, I do my top 10 series. I also do funniest moments of the year countdowns and the like. Probably some of my Christmas specials from over the years. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of stuff in this event that we're going to be covering. The event will start around the normal time, and the stream will start around 10 to 15 or ish. And, you know, content, the actual stream itself after pre-stream will probably be around 11:30 or whatever. But we're going to be going, you know, for the length of the day, and we'll see how long it goes. Typically, when I do one of these marathon-style streams, they go to like 7 p.m. or later. But it's all going to depend on how much content we have to watch based on people's suggestions. I know for a fact we have a ton, and tonight, after my Dragon Quest stream, I'm actually going to sit down and get basically a listing of all the links for all of these videos, you know, that people wanted me to watch with you guys on stream, and basically make a list of them so I could just go boom, 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 and hammer these videos out over the course of tomorrow. So it's going to be pretty good, all right? It's going to be pretty good. I hope you guys will join me. If you can make it for the whole stream, great. If you can only make it for certain parts, that's fine. As usual, I'll be recording and uploading it to YouTube anyway, so it should be a pretty fun event, okay? Okay, and then on Friday, we return back to regular gameplay with the premiere of Life is Strange 2. From what I'm to understand, this first episode of Life is Strange 2 is going to be around 3 hours long. So more than likely what I'll do is put it as my main stream. We'll play through that. And then, you know, depending on how long it actually is, maybe I'll transition over to something else at night. I'm debating what to play at night on Friday. I'll be honest, I'm kind of craving more Street Fighter V. Because playing with Sagat has been actually interesting. Because Sagat is more of a style of character that I like. Even though I still don't like Street Fighter V, I think Sagat is more of a character designed for my reactionary, classic Street Fighter gameplay style. And so maybe I'll do some more Street Fighter V on Friday. You know, we'll see. Then Saturday's my day off. And then Sunday, I'll be coming back probably with the conclusion of Tomb Raider is kind of what I'm leaning toward. Let's finish off Tomb Raider and get it finished so that way I don't have a lingering playthrough for when all the new releases hit next week. All right, and then on Monday, probably some more Dragon Quest and maybe some more Street Fighter. All right, and that's going to be it for the kind of more downtime stuff because next week, ladies and gentlemen, holy shit, do we have a lot of new releases, 2 of which I'll definitely be playing, but I may be playing even more than that, okay? So, next Tuesday, which is going to be October 2nd, we've got the release of Mega Man 11, the release of Fist of the North Star, and the release of Forza Horizon 4. That's a lot of releases. I'm not going to lie. That's a lot of releases, okay? I'm not sure, in particular, what one I'm going to be playing besides Mega Man 11. Mega Man 11 is the one I'm super excited for. We has not been a main Mega Man game in like 8 years. So I definitely want to play Mega Man. But I'm debating, should I play Fist of the North Star? Or is that going to be a game where I play one stream and then people are going to get tired of it or not interested in it anymore? I'm not sure. You know, it's kind of like God Hand, right? In that regard. Forza Horizon 4, I am interested in. I actually really enjoyed Forza Horizon 3 2 years ago when I played it as kind of a variety thing during that September. I actually specifically remember it was September. There wasn't a lot going on in the realm of new releases at the time for whatever reason. And so I played it as a thing to balance with other stuff. And I actually enjoyed the game a lot. So, you know, maybe I would do Forza. I don't know. But at the end of next week, we've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And that obviously is going to be a long, ongoing playthrough that I'm going to be doing for you guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be the new releases next week. At the least, at the smallest, it'll be Mega Man 11 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But there may even be a third one that I choose to play in balance and throw in there. Okay. Then the week after that, we got WWE 2K19 and Black Ops 4. WWE I will be playing. I'll be playing through the story mode, which apparently is Daniel Bryan's story. Plus, I will give the career mode a shot to see if it's any good this year. Last 3 years, it's been shit. Maybe they finally fixed it. A lot of people have actually been saying they fixed it this year, but they literally, I'm told this every year. Phil, did you hear they revamped career mode to finally make it good? And I play it, and it's terrible. You know? Are you Matt Bloom? I'm looking for Matt Bloom. Are you Matt Bloom? So I guess we'll see. But then later that week, Black Ops 4, and as you guys know, I really am not impressed whatsoever with Black Ops 4's regular multiplayer, but I was really impressed with the Blackout Battle Royal mode. So, more than likely, it'll be a lot of Battle Royal gameplay mixed in with I will obviously try the standard multiplayer and the zombies, but really it's the Blackout mode that's going to be my favorite thing that I'm going to be focusing on. Then the week after that, we got Soul Calibur 6, and the week after that, we got Red Dead Redemption 2, and keep in mind, there's more than that. For example, Spider-Man's going to have its first major DLC during October, which I'm going to be playing. I like Spider-Man so much, I'm definitely going to be playing this DLC that's coming out for it. Amongst other things, you know, Dragon Quest XI will be continuing. I am going to keep playing Street Fighter V. I'm not going to give up on it. So there's going to be ongoing content, you know, over the course of October, balanced in with all these new releases. It should be great. I'm very excited for it, and I hope that you guys are too. Should be pretty sweet. So, yeah, that's the crazy October that we're coming up against. That's why I want to finish up Tomb Raider today and, you know, probably on Sunday. I want to wrap it up. Rather than have this, oh no, now we got a game that's literally just floating around and I can't ever finish it because we got so much other shit going on, right? So this should be great, and I hope you guys are excited for it. This crazy amount of content that's going to be coming up, the crazy amount of games that we'll be covering, right? Very nice. Okay, so that is the deal. Today, Tomb Raider and Dragon Quest XI. Tomorrow, the 10th anniversary event. I hope you guys will, you know, stick around if you can. Today will be a chill day. Today is going to be a day where it's not crazy amount of attention to the games I'm playing. A much more relaxed kind of a deal where we can talk, we can hang out. I'd much rather just talk with you guys and read what you're saying in stream chat and have fun with you rather than be hyper-focused on a game that's not necessarily so good. And I'll be honest with you guys, really, it's been a lot better. If you guys remember when I played Rise of the Tomb Raider 2 years ago, people just basically complained the entire time the game was boring. This time around, people haven't been doing that with Shadow of the Tomb Raider because we have made the streams more interactive. Like, we've actually made these streams more entertaining through our interactions together. So that's what I want to do today. Let's try to keep that positivity going. Even if the game ain't the greatest, let's still have a good day, you know, a good stream, okay? Okay, so outside of all that, I really don't have much else to talk about. I think what we'll do now, let's jump into the plugs segment, because we are coming up to the end of the month, and there's a couple plugs that are kind of pertinent that I think you guys should know about. Let's talk. First of all, the first thing that's very timely right now, guys, is there's only 5 days left to pledge to my Patreon for this month. And this month in particular, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, you're going to be nominating and voting on horror-themed video games for my horror marathon that's going to take place at the end of next month on Halloween. Plus, you're going to get to vote on the category of costume that I'm going to be wearing for the Halloween event. If you're not aware, October is going to be a big horror month. All my notifications are going to be kind of horror-themed notifications, Halloween style. In addition, I'm going to be decorating my office around the middle of the month. So the last 2 weeks of October, you'll see all kinds of cool Halloween-style decorations on webcam and everything. And the Halloween event's going to be great. I do it every year, and it usually ends up being a lot of fun. So if you want to be a part of that, $5 pledge to my Patreon or more by the end of this month. Check it out at patreon.com/darksidephil. There are many other things you can get as perks for your contributions on Patreon, including text or verbal thank you shout-outs, getting your questions answered on my Q&A show, getting a private Q&A video made. But all the details can be found on the website. I don't want to go into massive detail about it. Please give it a look. But only 5 days left, guys. Only 5 days left for you guys to pledge to my Patreon. So just throwing that out there, it's basically your last chance, all right? Another thing that I want to throw out there first before we get to other stuff, 5 days left in September to extend your gifted subscriptions. Many of you have received gifted subscriptions this month from various sources. Obviously, Tutankhamun was one person who came in here and gifted a ridiculous amount of subs over the course of this month. And if you want to extend that for only $1, you can. There is a special event this month that's called September here on Twitch. If you were gifted a sub during this month, you can extend it for only $1. But you need to do it within the next 5 days. If you don't do it within the next 5 days, it's going to go back to the normal price of $5. And a lot of people already have extended their subs, and I'm very grateful for that. So thanks to those of you who did. But please consider extending your subs if you've been enjoying the emotes, you've been enjoying the fact that you didn't have to watch advertisements when I run them, you like the chat crown to show how long you've been a sub, etc. You know, pretty awesome, right? So please consider extending the sub while you still can, while this limited time event is in effect. All right. Outside of all that, guys, there's many other ways that you can help support my efforts to keep streaming. You can buy something from my Teespring merch shop, including any of my 10th anniversary line of product that's been live there for about a month now. Check that out at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Thanks to anyone who does buy something. Or if you're here live on the stream and you'd like to get interactive with me today, you want a shout out during the stream, you could do so if you either cheer, sub, or tip during the course of today's stream, okay? Sound good? Now, the thing is, if you want a shout out, there are some criteria that you need to follow. Keep in mind, this is my stream. It is subjective what I read on it. Obviously, I have to adhere to all the Twitch terms of service. And at the same time, I'm trying to maintain a positive, drama-free product for you. I want you to come in and feel like you can just relax and chill with anyone and have fun, rather than be like, oh man, I'm going to come in, there's going to be drama, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be all kinds of negative shit. We're not going to have that, okay? So please, if you're going to seek a shout out, there's a few criteria to follow. The first is, please, no insults. Don't insult me, don't insult other stream chatters, don't insult other content creators. No insults allowed. Number two, please don't bring up negativity and drama from other places. For example, don't bring in detractor memes from myself or other content creators. They are not allowed. We don't want to hear about who said what or who did a negative thing about me today. No one cares. Basically, we're just trying to maintain positivity in here. That also means, please don't bring up controversial topics like politics or religion that you know are going to cause problems. People always argue about that stuff. And whenever you bring that up, it just tends to have negative vibes. And the bottom line is, this is a positive gameplay stream. We don't need that crap in here, right? In general, most people get it. Most people understand the criteria, and the streams are very positive and fun. And thanks to anyone who does get it. You know, thanks to everyone who makes the streams very fun and interactive. It's much appreciated, okay? Now, excuse me, if you would like to go further, if you would like to actually get a on-screen animation for your contributions, you can do that as well if you either cheer 50 bits or more in a single cheer, if you tip $5 or more in a single tip, or if you subscribe to the channel and then click the share button, excuse me, after you subscribe to the channel, because the share button will pop up after a few minutes. If you do any of those, a cool on-screen thank you animation will play, so you get both visual and then you'll get your verbal recognition when I give you your shout out as well. Very nice, right? In addition to all of that, as you guys can see at the top of your streams, we have the cheering leaderboard in effect for the week. At the end of today's pre-stream, I will actually read out and give credit to the top 10 contributors for the week, okay? And also at the top of the actual video stream, you guys can see we have the stream stats leaderboard. This is a tracking of how many subs, top cheerer, and top tipper we have on today's stream, okay? So I'll be updating that periodically, in particular the top cheer and top tip for the person who is the top cheerer or top tipper, so it's even more recognition for those who contribute during today's stream, okay? I think that's really it. I don't really have much else to talk about. What I do want to say is this, guys. thank you yet again for another great month. This month of September has been a great streaming month. It's not over yet. We still got 5 days left, but it's been a great streaming month. I've enjoyed playing all the new releases and hanging out with you guys during the course of this month. And if we can keep up the pace that we've got with how well I've been doing on Twitch, things are going to be good. It's 3 straight months now that things have been great. And, I mean, I'll be honest here, I do get nervous because if you look at the things that have happened, for example, in July, the reason I had such a great month is because we had 3 or 4 individuals who were very generous and were kind of going in competition for the biggest cheer I'd ever received, which, by the way, it still stands, 50K in one single cheer. It was the biggest cheer I ever had, and that happened in July. Then in August, obviously, Tutankhamun came in August with all his contributions. And then this month, it was a combination. Tutankhamun gifted a bunch of subs, plus people just being very positive about all the new game releases that came out, right? So I'm hoping we can keep this up. I hope we can keep this momentum going. October, November, December, keep it going for the rest of the year. And if we can just maintain it, if we can stay at the same level that I've been streaming for the last several months, I think I'm going to be good for the future. Like, I'm actually feeling, even though YouTube ad revenue has been way down, I'm still feeling positive for the future if we can keep it at this level. So let's see what happens, but I'm feeling good. I just want to keep it going. I hope you guys have felt the positivity that's been coming out of the streams. You know what I mean? I hope you guys have been enjoying everything, and I want to say thank you to everyone who has been supportive very much, okay? All right. Let's get into shout-outs for those who have cheered, subbed, or tipped. Does it sound good? Does that sound good? All right, let's do it. So, hold on a second here. What I need to do is hit refresh. I didn't refresh. Yeah, refresh my Muxy setup. Trying to refresh the Muxy setup. Okay. Okay, so here we go. First of all, shout out to some people who contributed overnight. I wasn't even live streaming. They kept me in mind, swung by, and did some contributions. Let's give them credit. First of all, we had Golden Colts who did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts, for that. Genetic Gamer cheered. He says, I was watching your GTA San Andreas on YouTube, but sadly, when I look at my YouTube homepage, it ends up being bombarded by detractor videos. Why does YouTube feature these videos when I was just watching stuff from your channel? There's 2 reasons. Number 1, because those detractors purposely copy my tags from my actual gameplay videos and put them into their tags so that when you're watching one of my videos, their videos will show up in related because they realize that that's how they get their attention. So basically, they're abusing YouTube's system. Number 2, because YouTube's system does not weed out garbage content. It should. It should say, oh, you're watching content from DSPGaming channel. Let's give 10 more related videos from DSPGaming and then maybe periphery content. Instead, it literally only looks for criteria of, like, let's say, for example, you're watching Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Well, that playthrough hasn't gotten attention in months or years, right? If it's the original. I don't know if you're watching the one I did this summer or you're watching the one I did years ago. What YouTube will do is search for, oh, what's a video that says DSPGaming somewhere in it that recently got, like, a ton of viral attention? And, of course, the answer there's going to be, oh, that nasty, slanderous video where someone just insulted Phil constantly or said bullshit. And so that pushes that to the top of YouTube's algorithm, which is stupid. It basically puts garbage, dramatic, slanderous, drama-like content at the top of the website, which is why YouTube is a piece of shit and no one likes the fucking business anymore. Basically, YouTube sucks. It happens to me, too. Like, I'll watch, I'm not even kidding you, I'll click on my own video, and then in the related videos of my videos is 10 insulting videos about me. It's like, what the fuck? That's how bad YouTube is. And that's why I don't care about YouTube. I don't focus on YouTube. I'm not making content exclusively for YouTube anymore. I've thrown in the towel. I've given up on that business. It sucks. It's an automated piece of shit. The people who work there and manage the company don't care either. So I don't care either, as well. I'm just going to move forward positively with Twitch. So, all I can say is, sorry that happens. I agree with you. It's garbage. It's just a terrible fucking business. And, just watch the videos from DSPGaming and ignore the related shit because you're never going to get anything quality out of that as long as it's an automated piece of shit website. Genetic Gamer cheered again. He says, I think you made it become too popular too early. If you were as popular now as you were back in your prime days on YouTube, you actually would be set for life and wouldn't have to tell us about any kind of problems or anything going on. It's a shame because a lot of the popular YouTube creators today all dye their hair and they kind of act like cartoon characters for the kids, and I feel you got screwed because you have a strong personality that appeals to all ages, not only children. Here's the thing, though. Here's what you got to realize, Genetic Gamer. If I did become as popular today as I was back then, you're right. I probably would have grown even huger. Because today there's a much larger installed viewer base on YouTube than there was, say, 8 years ago when I became insanely popular in 2010, 2011. But that being said, the reason that is because people have found ways to cater to the children. I mean, I'm just being honest here. How do you cater to kids? Oh, the kids like Fortnite? Oh, I've become a Fortnite streamer and content creator now, right? And there were people who did that back then. Oh, Minecraft's all the rage. I'm just going to start playing Minecraft constantly and doing Minecraft content. And that's never been me. As you guys know, as a content creator, I'm someone who always does what I like. I do variety content. That's always been me. I'm very true to myself. I'm not going to go out there and exclusively change what I do 100% just because it's popular. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. I mean, yeah, I'll check out Battle Royale games, but I'm not going to make myself a Battle Royale exclusive fucking streamer, you see? Now, that being said, one thing that you got to realize, Genetic Gamer, is that I was one of the early people who got popular doing what I do on YouTube, and the people who you see today doing this and becoming white hot popular, basically, they're doing it because I was one of the innovators of people who made it popular to do Let's Plays on YouTube. All right. So yes, if you were popular today instead of 10 years ago, you'd be rich and for the rest of your life you'd be fine. You're right, but I was one of the people who laid the groundwork for the modern person to do what they do today. And the fact that I'm still here 10 years later is a testament to the fact that what I'm doing has value. You know what I mean? Over the years, I never really changed my content or gave in. I've always prided myself on being the outspoken, independent guy. When a new game comes out, when a hot topic in gaming comes out, I can give my opinion, and it's not going to be a cookie cutter opinion. It's not going to be a sugar coated opinion. It's going to be honest and truthful, and people like that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have said over the years, wow, back in the day, Phil was one of the guys who, we started seeing he could just do these kind of really honest, improv style commentary videos over any kind of game. And he had the capability to capture the attention and entertain his audience no matter what he was doing. And then I was inspired and realized that I could do this kind of gameplay content as well. And I came in with, my friends, and we made a team of people who did this on YouTube, and we became popular doing it too because we were inspired by Phil. And there's many people who've done that. In fact, there's many people who've done that and were successful and then quit since I started. So, no, am I the originator of Let's Plays? Absolutely not. I didn't. But when I did them, I was doing them completely honestly on my own. I never even knew that other people had been doing Let's Plays the way that I was doing them with the improv style commentary. And I was there at this burgeoning era of YouTube when what I was doing became white hot popular, and I was one of the guys at the forefront of the movement of doing these uncut Let's Plays. Over the years, that changed. Over the years, people came in with high production values and edited content, and let's cater to the kiddies, and that's what ended up happening to YouTube. The whole site degraded into that kind of quality of content, and it's fine if you like that, but for me, that's not who I am, and that's not what I'm about. So, it is what it is. You're absolutely right. If today I became popular for who I am, I would probably be filthy rich. At the same time, I don't think I ever would, because the kind of content I put out there isn't what the kiddies want. The kiddies don't swing by my streams. You know what I mean? They don't. They're the ones who are sitting there watching the negative meme videos about me. See? That's the kind of content they like. Can you put out more drama? Can you put out more crap? You know what I mean? It's just silly, so. Anyway, all I have to say is, it is what it is. I'm okay with who I am. I'm okay with the kind of content I put out. I got a viewer base that comes back every day to hang out with me. I'm still here after 10 years, and I'm happy where I am, so there you go. All right, Shooter Games 2000 tipped me a buck and says, Phil, I'm wondering if you had any plans to do career mode in WWE 2K19. It's improved. I literally just addressed this. Yes, I will check it out yet again for like the 5th year in a row. that I've been told that this mode will be better, I will check it out. Of course, I'm going to come in with the absolute lowest of expectations possible, with the understanding that it's probably going to suck ass, because every year people say this and it sucks ass. Okay? Alright, so now let's move on to people who cheered, subbed, and tipped during today's actual stream. We start off with Mr. Ziggy, who says, do you have any plans to do any fan appreciation multiplayer sessions? First of all, we'd actually need a game to play fan appreciation multiplayer sessions in. There's Street Fighter V, which I really am not good enough to be taking on anyone, quite frankly. I haven't been doing any other multiplayer. So, I mean, the only thing I can think of is Black Ops 4, but what would that be? Like Blackout Squads? Because I hate the regular multiplayer. You know, I hate to say it's not like it used to be. You know, years and years ago, every year, in the last 3-4 months of the year, there would be like 5-6 games with major multiplayer components that would release. And I would do this fun event at the end of the year where I'd get all the viewers together and they jump in and do these lobbies with me. It's not like that anymore. It's just not, you know. And quite frankly, you know, I have to put out entertaining streams for you guys on a daily basis. And I don't think that just doing random multiplayer with randos who want to play with me is going to be very entertaining either. It's not like, oh, Phil makes money hand over fist on YouTube and can do an entire week of multiplayer because it doesn't matter. He's making so much money. It's, I have to put out entertaining streams that are going to keep you guys coming to the stream every single day. You know what I mean? And I don't think that doing an entire event of multiplayer where people just play random multiplayer with me every day is something that's going to really entertain the masses. I'm just saying. Again, it's different. You know, times change and things are different. Plus, of course, as you know, there's a trolling element. Anytime I do an open multiplayer event, you get assholes who come in and try to ruin it for everyone. So I honestly don't think that it's something that's going to be good. I'm just being real, okay? I don't. Now, let's say, for example, I play Black Ops 4, and it goes really well, and maybe I do enjoy the multiplayer more than I thought initially I would from the beta, all right? Then maybe I'll do some multiplayer with people. But, you know, it's not even a consideration at this point. At this point, there's so much new stuff to cover in the next several months that I don't even see the reasoning of, oh, let's just take time out of the schedule to do random multiplayer that no one's really asking for besides a few people who are trying to get attention. Because that's the bottom line, is most people who ask these days for multiplayer sessions, they're not actually interested in the multiplayer. They just want to go in there and try to get attention on a stream. Not to say that that's the case with everyone. I understand. I have viewers and fans who maybe, I want to play some gaming with Phil, right? I know that. But a lot of people just want to try to, you know, what can I do? I could get on a stream with Phil and I can act like an asshole, or I could say something controversial. Who the fuck cares? Nobody, but that's it. They have this crazy mentality. They get their 15 seconds of fame. So, no, quite frankly, I'm not too interested in it. As you know, I don't do multiplayer sessions of much besides Street Fighter V anyway, and I'm really not too interested, so. Porco cheered and said, Phil, are you going to play Valkyria Chronicles 4? The series is pretty awesome. No, I am not. Mr. Ziggy is asking, why did I become more interactive and positive on streams? Was it financial pressures? Was it other stuff? I'll say this, probably a combination of a lot of things. Honestly, one of the things that is honestly, I think, a major factor is, you know, Twitch being very serious about their terms of service, okay? And basically Twitch saying we don't want negative drama crap on our business anymore. You're not going to be able to insult people constantly. You're not going to be able to cause all this kind of shit. You can't just say whatever you want. You know, you have to actually have a stream that a common viewer can come in and have a good time rather than, you know, garbage content. Which is really what it is. Shoveling shit is what it is. A lot of these people who got in trouble on Twitch over the last year when they changed their terms of service were shit shovelers. Come to my stream and we just constantly say controversial things or insult other streamers and stuff. That stuff doesn't fly anymore. You can't do it on Twitch anymore. So in that regard, that was one major change. Another thing is I'm growing older and I'm getting more mature. What I'm realizing is that you don't have to always go for the cheap bottom of the barrel joke. You know, when I started on YouTube 10 years ago, all right, I'll say this, it was the Wild West. And when I was heavily inspired by people like the Angry Video Game Nerd. So when I'm playing a game, I would be, fuck this, shit this, ass this, balls this, swear, 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 screw this, I hate this, negative, 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 right? But over the years, what I've realized is people don't just want a character who's just here to rant and rave and swear. They want my honest Phil, right? They want the real Phil. They want to see what I actually think about a game. They want to actually talk to me and interact with me. It's not just about putting on a show anymore. It's about a more organic experience that's true and honest, okay? So what I've done is I've evolved as a person over the years who puts out better content. If you watch my stuff today, yeah, you're going to see it's a lot different than it was 10 years ago. But that being said, I love the interactivity. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. When I first started on YouTube, it was interesting because, wow, thousands of people across the world care about me playing video games. This is wild. I can't wait to read the comments on the videos when I upload them. But then it became, wow, now I'm live streaming. Now I can actually live see people's reactions to what I'm saying. But then it became, in the last year and a half, wow, the content itself can be interactive. It's not just about me playing the game. It's about me talking with you guys and having this interactive experience. And that's changed my content dramatically in the last year and a half to 2 years. And I love that. Versus it used to just be, oh, just about me and the game. Now it's about you and me and the game. See what I mean? So it's a combination of a lot of factors, okay? It really is. It's a combination of a lot of factors that have changed my content over the last, couple of years where I've become a live streamer rather than just a YouTuber, okay? Hardy Buck Cheers says, what's your plans for the upcoming Spyro trilogy? You already played the first one. Are you playing back-to-back? I already played the first one. I said this many times. I already played the first one, and I'm not going to play it again. Eventually in time, maybe I will, but I'm not playing it again this year. There's no reason. I did a 100% run of Spyro 1 last year. So I'm going to start with Spyro 2, and we'll play through all of Spyro 2, and then we'll see what happens with other releases, because around that same time, we've got Fallout 76, we've got Battlefield 5, we've got Darksiders 3, so dependent on how things go, will I play Spyro 3 right away? I don't know. Do I want to rush it, or do I want to save it for time when maybe it'll be better as like a filler kind of game? I don't know, but I'm definitely playing Spyro 2 at the launch of the collection, okay? Chaos All the Way did a 100-bit cheer, and he actually is the top cheerer for today with that, so I'm going to get him up on the leaderboard now. Thank you, Chaos All the Way. Appreciate that. And he says, good job with the Sagat stream the other day. Glad you banned the annoying Chun-Li stream sniper. Yeah, what it is there's this guy who, every time that I'm playing Street Fighter, I'm doing casual matches. Because, like, for example, now I'm trying to learn Sagat. I'm not going to go into ranked matches and have people being fucking tryhards with their mains and just completely destroying me when I don't even know fundamentals with Sagat yet, right? So, this guy's been stream sniping me. Every time I play, he literally will challenge me every time. Even though he knows I'm trying to learn a new character, he'll play his one main character, Chun-Li. His internet connection is fucking terrible. Every time I play him, the game skips tons of frames of animation, making it impossible to react to anything he does. He gets free jump-ins and everything on me because I can't react because the game's skipping constantly. So I finally had enough, and someone told me how to turn him on, put him on the block list or whatever. So I did, so I don't have to deal with this stupid shit anymore. The sad fact is the guy's good. And I would like to learn how to play against his Chun-Li, but his connection is so shitty, I can't. Like, I'll never learn how to beat that guy because every time I have an opportunity to do something, it skips a frame and he gets a fucking 60% damage combo. It's like, fuck this. Guy needs to fucking pay for better internet and stop trying to get cheap wins on people with his fucking El Cheapo internet. So, alright. WJR has cheered. He says, there's a free Last of Us 2 LE Dynamic theme up right now for free, and you can find it by searching The Last of Us Remastered and scrolling down to themes. It released today for Outbreak Day, but I have no idea how long it's free. I have no idea what you're even talking about. What the hell is Outbreak Day? Well, there's a little bit of information for any of you who are interested. A free theme on PS4. So, T-Dubs cheered. He says, you're from a time when YouTube was not about just catering to what kids want. It was about speaking to your age demographic. Well, you're right. Although I'll openly admit this. When I started on YouTube, like I said, I was heavily inspired by the angry video game nerd. So I would constantly do kind of lowbrow humor, the sexual joke here, the shit or the ass joke, the fart joke here. You see what I mean? Like, I openly admit that when I started, I was a very different kind of content creator. But that evolved over the years, and I still have a dedicated fan base. So obviously, people were okay with me growing and maturing over the years, right? But you're right. When I'm making content, I'm making it for people like me. I'm not making content for little kids, I'm not making content where I dye my hair and I sit playing Fortnite and I do fucking Fortnite dances on fucking webcam and I talk about fucking drama and pop culture constantly. That's not what I do. That's never been me. When you watch me on a stream, you're getting the real me and my opinions, my interests. You're not going to see me putting on a show for the little kiddies to make extra money, which is what a lot of these big guys do, quite frankly. So, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm definitely a lot different from the big guys. At the same time, I've been around for 10 years, while a lot of people who've tried to do what I do and even had a modicum of success are gone now. So, shout out to Hardy Buck, who cheers. Says, did Jake get banned again? No, he did not. He got timed out because the first thing he says that he comes into the fucking stream chat is something negative and dramatic. I already warned him a million fucking times about this. He doesn't listen. He doesn't learn his lesson. So if he keeps it up, he will be permanently banned. But for now, he got a 10-minute timeout. Yusuke 14K did 100-bit cheers. They keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Yusuke. Let me go ahead and put you up on the leaderboard. You're tied for top cheer right now. So thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Swaggins cheered. Hold on. Let me get this in the center here. There we go. Okay, so Swaggins cheered. And he says, oh, hold on. I got scrolled off my screen. You never really give your thoughts on the Walking Dead episode last night. With all the bullshit with the Telltale aside, did you enjoy the episode, and how would you rank the season thus far? It's good. So far, you can't. It's hard to rank because it's only half the season's done, and it's never going to get finished now. You know, it was on a good track, certainly. And I think what a lot of people were saying was it did seem like it had a similar tone to the original season of The Walking Dead. Of course, it's hard to say that because, you know, now you're years later. The outbreak happened, you know, 7 years in the past for Clementine. She's much older now or whatever. By the way, landscapers are outside, so I've got to close my window. Hold on. So it's going to be really fucking loud. There we go. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's landscaping day, so they usually come by during my pre-stream to, you know, to cut the lawn and everything. So I'll open it again in a few minutes. But anyway, you know, yeah, a lot of people were saying that this final season had the vibes similar to the original season, where there's people, survivors, you know, all these kids in this case, from all over the place. And they meet up at a school, and they're trying to all have their own personal interests, and they're all personality intricacies and stuff, and some of them have secrets, right? But they're all trying to get along, and they're all trying to have these interactions of who's in charge and everything. Very similar to the first season of The Walking Dead from Telltale, for sure. And you know, even though there's some really crappy things, like, for example, all of a sudden, Clementine has a romantic relationship either with a random guy or girl in the camp, even though they didn't really build to this at all in the game up to now. Really stupid, in my opinion, and cliche, but outside of that, I really was liking it, and it's a shame that we will never see the conclusion. And just for those who don't seem to understand, we will never see the conclusion. So last night, I was tweeting, you know, thanks Telltale, you know, for great content. And people were like, you don't know that. They might still finish. Didn't you see their tweet from the other day? Like, yeah, but you guys don't keep up on current events. They're being sued. They are being sued in a class action lawsuit by the employees that they've basically got rid of, saying in the state of California, there's a law that prevents you from not laying off, but firing more than 50 employees in one fell swoop without 60 days notice. And people have researched and said, holy shit, they're right. Telltale actually did break the law. It's going to be really tough to defend themselves in court because they didn't declare bankruptcy. If they had declared bankruptcy, then they have what's called bankruptcy protections, and they would have been able to lay off their employees no problem. But they didn't do that, and they basically fucked up and violated the law. So it's looking like Telltale's going to get sued, and any money or assets that they actually have are going to end up going to the employees they got rid of. So they're going to have no money to make any more episodes. Telltale is effectively dead. They're done, okay? So, yeah, that was it for Telltale. It sucks, but it is what it is. And then Hardy Buck just cheered and said, did you hear about ex-Telltale employees suing them for labor law? Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, there you go. And then he cheered again. Thank you very much. WJR cheered. He says, today is the day the outbreak hit in The Last of Us. Oh, today is the actual day the outbreak hit in The Last of Us. Today is September 26th. Is that September 26th, 2018, the in-game date, or is it just the day? Like it was September 26th? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, I got an anonymous dollar tip Someone anonymous, let's get him up on the leaderboard, and they say, did you see Monday Night Raw where Brie Bella botched and kicked Liv Morgan in the face twice and knocked her out? Do you think WWE should stop Brie from wrestling as she's had 4 botches in 5 weeks since returning? Also, I think they should have stopped the match. Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys, all right? And some people are going to disagree with me. Keep in mind, I used to do an ongoing wrestling commentary show. I used to talk about the Bella Twins all the time, and I already gave my honest opinion about them many years in a row when they were at the top of the then Divas division, not women's division in WWE, all right? I'm going to be very strikingly honest with all of you. You can disagree with me if you like. I think that the Bella Twins were hired to the WWE as eye candy. I don't think they're good wrestlers, and I don't think they ever will be good wrestlers. They're not built for it. They didn't train their entire lives for it. They came in as models to the WWE via the Diva Search, and then decided, oh, we want to stay with this company, you know, got romantically entwined with other wrestlers or whatever, and now all of a sudden they're going to try to be wrestlers. I think that them being at the top of the female card is a joke. I don't think they should be there at all. I don't think they should be in any kind of contention for anything important. We now have a new generation of female pro wrestlers who have come in, who have trained their entire lives for this, who are much better than the Bella Twins in the fucking ring, and they should be getting all the attention and hype, and I don't think the Bellas should be in the ring at all. It's fine for them to be in plot lines. It's fine for them to be supporting their significant others in storylines. It's not okay for them to be going in the ring and botching constantly and screwing up and basically showing that they don't have the talent level of the other girls. All right? I'm not saying that Brie Bella is malicious or danger to anyone. I'm just saying she's not entertaining. Both her and her sister, every time I see a match with them, I fall asleep. Because they're no good at what they do. I'm sorry, they're not. They're good on-screen characters, right? They're good for plot lines. They're not good for wrestling. They never have been. Not once have I seen a great match from the Bella Twins, ever. They're just there. They were hired as eye candy, and they should be, you know, appropriately put into the product. Not, oh, well, now women are being taken seriously as wrestlers, so let's push these subpar women to the top of the card because people know who they are. No, fuck that. Here's the complete opposite example. All right? Ronda Rousey. I was not a fan of her as an MMA fighter at all. I actually thought that when she was in UFC, she was kind of spoon-fed easy opponents to the point where finally, when she finally started getting serious opponents, they dominated her and she quit right away, right? But since she's hit WWE, she has excelled in the ring. She has shown that she has incredible ring prowess, that she actually is a good fighter, and that she could translate that into an entertaining product where she's not constantly hurting other people in the ring, and people like to see her at the top of the card. Now, should she be the women's champion right now? That's a subjective statement. For me, maybe she did get pushed a little bit way too fast, but at least she's good in the ring. You know what I mean? But the flip side of this is the Bella Twins try hard and still suck. So stop it with them in these fucking matches. I don't want to see, you know, women I don't want to see Brie kill herself trying to do a plancha or, a suicide dive out of the ring and actually break her own neck. I don't want to see her kick Liv Morgan twice in the face and knock her the fuck out. I don't want to see it at all. I just want to see women who know what they're doing in there, putting out a professional level product. I don't want to see amateur night every time the Bellas are in there. It's a waste of everyone's fucking time, and I don't want to see it anymore. That's my opinion. Okay. There you go. Okay, shout out to Russian Love Machine, who did a 105-bit cheer. He's now the cheerleader for today's stream. Let me get him up there, and then we will give him a shout out. Read what he said here. Hold on. Okay, Russian Love Machine says, it's going to be a fun hardcore gaming season this upcoming month. Any chances of destroying horse balls and a return of Suicide Kings in Red Dead Redemption? They do have an online mode like GTA 5. Of course, when the online mode does actually come, alright, when it does actually release, I will check it out. Absolutely. 100% yes. It's content. It's free. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to amount to anything. I'll be honest with everyone. I wasn't very entertained by Grand Theft Auto's GTA Online. I thought that it was very subpar. It wasn't very entertaining, and I just didn't like it. Now, obviously, over time that changed. They changed the product to be something very different, and, a lot of people loved it over time. What else can I say? But It is what it is. I'm definitely interested. I loved the original Red Dead Redemption's online mode. Was tons of fun. Not only did it have a lot of content to do with your friends, but also just the sandbox mode itself. Being able to get a stagecoach full of people and riding them off of crazy waterfalls and cliffs and doing crazy suicide dives or crazy shootouts. It was just a ton of fun. Will this be as good? I have no idea. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm going to check it out. Okay. Crazy Dream cheers that I'm out. All right, we'll see you later, Crazy Dream. Porco cheered. He says, as you know, heroines are not my forte, but it was a very nice pre-stream. I loved it. I'll be here at night for Dragon Quest 11. All right, see you later, Porco. Yusuke did another 500-bit cheer. Wow, so now Yusuke's at the top of the leaderboard again. Thank you, Yusuke, for the cheer. Let's get him up there. Very nice. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. Thanos Swaggins cheered. He says, I agree with the relationships being thrown in, but it was just a choice. You could have actually made sense where they were just friends. Then he cheered again, and he said, Outbreak Day is September 26th, the day the outbreak happened in The Last of Us. Naughty Dog celebrates it by putting stuff related to The Last of Us on huge sales, practically free at this point. Well, there you go. Then he cheered again and said, disregard the last year. Well, too late. And T-Dubs cheered and said, imagine the Walking Dead license holder deciding to release a comic series to close the story, or one of those 80s choose-your-own-adventure books. Ideally, but essentially, that's what I meant to say. That's what Telltale games are. They're like those 1980s choose-your-own-adventure books. If you want to see this decision, go to page 10. But if you want to see the other decision, go to page 30, right? And then you jump around the book with different decisions and things that happen. So, yeah, I mean, it would be nice in some form for us to see the conclusion of The Walking Dead, because we all paid for a season at the same time. I don't think that I want to, if it means this broken company called Telltale Games getting another penny of money, then I don't want to see it. I'd rather see it die, because they don't deserve any more money. They took everyone's money. Essentially, knowing the financial straits they were in and that they may not finish the season, they still made it anyway and took everyone's money, and and fired everybody. Didn't pay them, severance pay. Basically, like every underhanded thing. We know we might not finish the game. We'll charge for a season pass anyway. We don't give our employees any warning or any notice that things are going wrong, and we just fucking fire them all. Like, I'm not giving them another penny for anything. They don't deserve it. The employees do. The company itself and the management don't. And that's my feeling. You could disagree with me completely, but I'm not going to give them any more money. It's that simple. It would be very nice to see what happens with the plot line, but if it means that we have to kind of go back on my morality, then fuck that. I don't care about it, okay? Deacon Moss cheers, says, should I go to the gym or stay home and smoke marijuana? That's your prerogative. I don't know what your lifestyle is. I don't know if you need to work out or not. Obviously, the more honest, healthy answer would be go to the gym. But maybe that's not your thing. I don't know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've covered a lot. Let's end the pre-stream. I want to say thank you to the top 10 contributors to the stream this week with cheers. In 10th place, we've got Raw Reese. In 9th, B-Boy Cyclone. In 8th, it's Thanos Swaggins. In 7th, Yusuke. In 6th place, Big Arm Life. Tied with One Ton Hammer for 6th place, by the way. RFHC5 is in 4th place. A123 The Gods 3rd. Infinite 55 in 2nd. And Crazy Dream in 1st. So thanks all of you for your contributions, right? Thank you. Swaggins just cheered again. Said you had to buy the whole season for it once, right? I don't know. Did you? I honestly don't know the answer to that. I know that they sold a collection where it included all of the games plus the final season, but I don't know what it went for. I think it was like 40, 50, 60 bucks for everything at once. I know I bought the season pass for 20 bucks, so I got fucked. All right, guys. Let's end this pre-stream and, Tomb Raider. All right.